Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm from group 30. I want to explain about Islam and the West. Why British women are turning to Islam. The Muslim population in England and Wales has increased by 80% since 200 according to British government census. With 2.7 million now down to 40% living in around London, Islam has a governed as Britain's second largest religious after Christianity. Immigration accounts for most of the increase, but conversations are now the rise, making Islam is France growth fights. Data from Moscow indicates might be more than 1,000 covered in Britain covered in a trainers. There were 2,000 conversations in 2012 in which the quarters were young females. What finds their strength? Make Me a Muslim. A documentary interrogates eyes on the baby's watch, beginning with growing number of white British women are coming to Islam and asks why would they want to give up all the freedom that this life allows. It seeks to discover the challenge they confront following the preference of their neighbors. Then a society known for its labeler. Frequently living style, the program Muslim Brown's presenter Suna Bukhari, a discussful modern and former Miss Universe contestant who announced that she modern British Muslim and always will be. Travel around the country interviewing 5 women contestants who ironically inspired Bukhari to inform our adult attitudes to Islam. Comfort are often more conservative than brown Muslims aborting their desert with obvious flowers. So it's not surprising Bukhari felt was being willing to cover hair or attending a mosque. When she was obliged to wear a hijab to accompany the interview to a mosque, Bukhari, a patriot accordist, explained that she along the was pretty. Where a number of reasons why young British women choose Islam, in many cases, is because they want to please Muslim preference and husband, to a friend to Muslim in allies or to bring up trained children in unchurched friends. However, as the documentary into trainers, others see Islam as we having within a assured society that neither the famous form the newspaper and the Genus and Carbonated path and cup curtain were regular nights of with mates, greeting, sausage, and people halting jeans in more the exception. Societal permissiveness, where family life and broken down in the absence to international mores, has made the mark on young women, like the according to some special attributors. Islam offers those women a sense of the belonging, a community of like being and rights. We are. There is a substantial Muslim population. Its provident culture to their life, a burn point for living and sense of personal security. It gives them different gifts and is they prefer it. Its strengths war as woman being. There are cases where women have gone through hard time and the shelter composition Islam in rebreeds a viving crying of the streets. Communities for Islam by saying the Shahada for the toast are immediate really a simple part of the process. Most rivals have a harder time explaining their discussion for member holding with idea about Islam and fight forces women holds. Is the documentary illustrates that present are sometimes stoned by friends who ask, "Does your doctor still wear the training on her head?" Lifelong friends often find a way love to function of the because on the can you long gym to place trying. More often or not, fair hairs, vulgar aids, converse and only fights insult from perspective on the street but starting to consciously by Muslim communities. Unmarried couples find difficult in find a husband because if the bar on the mixing of sex in the usual society setting needs brown Muslim and introduction to previous partner of family constituent or community leaders, Muslim families are sometimes unique to allow the son with sons preferring to find whites their own this group. Other discuss might one day one day this to break away from the religions on the threat to sell rabbits. This man that's confirmed that now with the cover training a mushrooming of internet says most the much come that's also organized event planting center for the serious about marriage to meet up. Tony Blair's size in allows launch boats. A week now, pro-Palestinian activist, columnist, and TV presenter, addicted from a concert when the bursted Islam in 2010. The center of fun horror from film in her of the my conversation to Islam prior the reminds the trace typical few rings holds a billion women currently practicing Islam. She wrote, "The will to cover was a slow process for both. Almond you interested to me when playing for the last 4 or so in has been saying, their Allah instead of their good. Then come the fool, a short imagination of the following respondent to a funny of the Muslim with heads falling from furnace on Mars. The grieving the God and the person maximum groan and sex will give a grand happiness, and finally fails. What Muslim pair away the group of prayer, a bowl for such memory, a bird a sweet harmony, a thunder of joy in what I was grateful for everything I have my children, and source and certain I let nothing more a long flyer to be untouched contents. Disclaimer: few experiences by reading this question are the own and the distant with Arab names point of view. Okay, I think enough my explain. Thank you very much for watching and see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.